Remember when I said you didn't have to worry about anything when it came to the debt ceiling? Oh, everything's gonna crash, because we do this every other year when the debt ceiling situation happens, that, they figure it out. And they figured it out all right. These guys came up with a plan, and just like a politician, threw in some little stuff that's gonna make it harder for you to get the home that you want.
Dang it, Bobby, that's exactly what we don't want.
And we're gonna talk about that, and it comes in the form of student loans, guys. This is crazy that it's going to make it harder for you to get the home that you want, guys. I need you to really pay attention to this video. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. As always, it helps out the channel. In the description, I have some courses on real estate, and also to get into YouTube. But let's jump into it, guys. This is crazy. So as I was saying, the debt ceiling, they got that fixed. But politicians being politicians go went ahead and put some little spice in there when it came to student loans. As we all know, student loans have been paused for, 2 years or so. And now it is a requirement based on the plan that everybody signed that you will now have to start repaying your student loans. Now, this is something, guys. This is something that I tried to forewarn you about. I tried to let you know that, guys, listen, when things start to come back and deals start coming up, when you will be able to get into the home or be able to see prices drop, or when a correction or crash, or however you want to put it, starts happening, when home affordability starts to come, that recession, it's not going to be the same type of scenario when it comes to lending. It's not going to be the same scenario when it comes to your finances. Things will change. And that's what's happening now. As things continue to get worse, as more job losses start to happen, as unemployment starts to go up, or as more companies start to slow down, as inflation continues to go up, as interest rates and property taxes and all this other stuff starts happening, what's going to happen to your financial situation when it comes to you buying that house and you getting approved? As I always say, guys, you won't be able to go into that bank and go,
hey, I got this old pre-approval from a year ago, and can you give me the same thing? I know the rates went up. I know that, but can I still get approved for this same amount of money?
And the bank's gonna say,
are you crazy? We're not giving that to you. Things have changed.
So be prepared for that. But let's jump into it. It says the debt deal strikes a blow to the housing affordability. The debt ceiling deal dealt a blow to housing affordability last week when the agreement reached by Republicans and White House put millions of student loans on notice for the $1.6 trillion they collectively owe. The pandemic era pause on student loan payments added wiggle room to the budgets of house hunters and renters alike, while prices on both sides of the housing market soared. So what does this mean? Well, this means that when things start to come due, which I believe it's going to happen in August, the rule is this: either 60 days from when the agreement was signed or 60 days after the ruling from the Supreme Court, which is supposed to happen at the end of this month, in June, right? So either way, we're looking at August, end of August, beginning of September, when things start to turn back on. And this is prime time, guys. This is prime time for a lot of you guys to get into the housing market. Or maybe when you will start seeing things either slow down, which means giving you options for more deals, or maybe individuals are pushed to sell their home because of jobs or whatever their situation is. But either way, if this happens, if it's turned back on, which it seems like it will regardless, guys, that's what it seems like. It seems like it will happen regardless, because even if the Supreme Court says, yes, you can get rid of the $20,000, if your balance isn't $20,000, you will still have leftover. Let it be reduced, but you still will start have to making those payments again, which will drop down your debt to income. Debt to income will be completely different than it was previously. And that's what I was trying to forewarn everybody on. I was like, listen, guys,
this name keeps coming up over and over again.
You have to prepare for this. This is the reason why I say this all the time, guys. Sit on the sidelines with a purpose. Make sure that you have an eagle eye on your finances of what's to come, what may happen. All of these things are super important because your situation, yesterday is not your situation today. And the way things are going in this crazy housing market, in this crazy economy, things are changing day by day, guys, day by day. And you have to have your hands on the pulse. If you were to just say, I'm not going to worry about this. Who cares about my student loans? You would have got caught off guard by this. You would be like, oh, what? My student loans are due? Now I got to pay $300, $400, $500, $600 a month? Does that take away from your debt to income? You bet it does. It does. It will. If you have to pay $600 on your student loan debt and you're trying to get a mortgage of $1,500 and you are getting approved without the $600, you have to understand it's going to knock down how much actual house you can buy. It can drop down from $300,000 to $200,000 just off of that, guys. Maybe even more. Now additional monthly costs could be especially hard on debtors hoping to save enough for a down payment on their first home and those who use the extra income to foot basic necessities and make rent. People have used student loans debt pause to help pay for their rent and their mortgage. They have been paying their basic necessities, rent, mortgage, food, health care. Once again, I want to knock this really home. Doesn't need to stop here. It doesn't need to stop here. You need to take this mentality and move it forward because I can promise you this won't be the first hurdle that you have in front of you that says,
wow, I think this is gonna really hurt me. Am I going to be able to get into that new house? Will I be able to take advantage of an opportunity that comes before me? Or will I be stuck in the same position?
I need you to have that mentality moving forward and looking forward to see if anything else that's in your financial situation can stop you from getting the home that you need. But also on the flip side, guys, I believe there's gonna be a lot of people who run into a lot of trouble. People who bought houses that they overpaid for, that have to deal with not only student loan payments coming due, but they have to deal with high mortgage, they have to deal with high property taxes, all of these things, inflation going crazy, all of those things are gonna pile up on them and they may not be able to afford a house. So we will see a downside to this of individual homeowners. Now that they have this extra payment in their eyes of their student loan payments, they won't be able to afford the house that they're currently in. So I see a lot of bad things happening with this student loan repayment. But this is the thing. It's repayment. Huh? Meaning this didn't come out of nowhere. You knew that you owed a student loan. You knew that eventually it was going to get turned back on. It wasn't going to be paused forever. So you should have took into consideration this exact situation of when it turned back on, that you would be okay. But a lot of people aren't doing that, guys. A lot of people currently looking for a home and currently in a home will be in trouble. And this is the reason why, again, I'm knocking this home again for the third time, that it's super important for you to sit on the sidelines with a purpose. Sit on the sidelines with a purpose so stuff like this won't just come out of the blue. Because it's not coming out of the blue. You knew you had a student loan, and these politicians, they're not on your side. I know a lot of you guys are like, yay, they're for us. No. These politicians are for themselves. They will do what they have to do for themselves, and they don't really care. That's just the truth. That's my opinion. I know some people in the comment section will be like, no, they really care about me. Okay, I'm just saying.
It's an evil world we live in.
And I want you guys to know it's getting tougher and tougher out there. We see rates right now. Let's take a look at them. They're 8.127% for a 30-year fix right now. This is a nationwide average rate. It's getting crazy out there. We see that U.S. job application benefits the highest since October. Things are continuing to go up. We're seeing job losses from all over, guys. And it's, once again, just not the tech market. I know a lot of guys are like, Orlando, look, it's just in programmers and, AI is eating away and all this other stuff. And I'm like, listen, if you guys literally think that it's only going to stay in tech, it's crazy. And it's not only just tech, guys. If you take a look at the job loss listings, it's just not stuck in tech. And even if it was, It's just in tech right now.
It's funny because it's true.
Soon it will come to a city near you. It's unfortunate, but this is the reason why this information is important, so that you can prepare and so that you can be aware also that if this does happen, that you will have a game plan. That is the point of videos like this, so you can be prepared.
Like and subscribe.
And then lastly, guys, look, this is just crazy stuff. As you know, we're a global economy, right? And then we have the Eurozone enters recession after Germany, Ireland growth revision. So, guys, I say this all the time. Now the Eurozone is in a recession. Go figure. After they released all these numbers saying the growth and growth and growth, now when they go back, they're like, oh, we actually were in a recession. Like no one could tell. But you know, they were pushing out positive GDP growth. So if you think this is happening over in Europe and UK, what do you think is going to happen in the US? We already know what's currently happening. From the old definition, we're probably in a recession. We are. Hopefully you got value out of this content, guys. Also, as normal, you know you won't get all of your information from this one video. Come on, you know this. I need you to watch this video here. I promise you, it'll give you great information on the housing market, financial news. Also, get into your first rental property. You can't beat it, guys. The information I'm going to give you, it's going to be gold. I promise. See you on the next one. Thanks.